given the support from JGR and Toyota, plus the return of his championship-winning crew chief for this one-off, are you confident in Martin Truex Jr.'s abilities to put TRICON Garage in the Daytona 500 and potentially contend for the victory if he makes it in?
Well, good evening, Josh. Good evening, Kobe. Hello, everybody. It's also very, very cold here in the UK. The old polar blast has got the whole of the Northern Hemisphere, it seems, this week. But this is good news. Truex has been talked about for a long time, wasn't it, at the back end of last year, that he'd be doing this race. Obviously, as you talked about, it would look like it was going to be with 2311, and now it's with TRICON, who we know are a solid setup. The car and all of that, on-track stuff is obviously not going to be new to Martin, because it's basically the same thing as what he had last year, apart from the numbers different on the door, especially with the same sponsor as he's had through most of his Gibbs career. So that's not going to be too unfamiliar for him. It's not like he's going to be getting in the car on the right-hand side or something like that. So it's got all the makings of probably one of the favourites of the open cars to get in. Good to see Cole Pern back. Always good for a story or three is Cole. So that I bet getting the old band back together again with MTJ and Cole Pern is very good. And I feel like we've got a lot of open cars. We talked about this the last couple of weeks on the show with the news that seems to be continually breaking about it, and we've had more today, which Kobe will get to later, about more open cars coming to try and get themselves into the show. This has got probably the most chance of getting in without too many issues, but now I've said that, of course, I've probably put the cursor on them, and I'm sorry for that.
Curse of the commentator. We haven't even got to the Daytona 500 yet. We're just about to start the Rolex 24. But for most, the build up to the Daytona 500 is an exciting time of year with a brand new season of NASCAR action. But for Truex Jr., it's going to be a Daytona with a heavy heart. Last weekend, his father, Martin Truex Sr., passed away. Truex Sr. was a former driver in the NASCAR Burch North Series, which is known today as the ARCA Menards Series East. He made 135 starts in the Burch North Series and scored a popular win in 1994 at New Hampshire. He also had success racing modifieds back home in New Jersey. The number 56 Toyota that Truex will drive in his Daytona 500 attempt next month is the same number his father used during his racing career. So this will carry even greater significance now. Truex Jr. is still seeking his first win in the Great American Race, but came close in a 2016 photo finish when Denny Hamlin barely took the checkered flag. Now, do you think, as we'll just see to Adam's point first of all, good evening, Kobe, Matt and Josh. Can't wait to see Martin Truex Jr. in the Daytona 500 in 2025. By the way, rest in peace to Martin Truex Jr. Sr. Saw him win his only NASCAR win at New Hampshire Motor Speedway as well, as we just said it earlier on. And JT's here as well. Hello. As they're in the watch party, still in the manager's chat, because they're getting everything set up with the Autosport edit. And I did try and update Jess's, but it hasn't sent over just yet. I'm looking at it now. But yeah, so they're watching in the manager's chat in JBM. But Matt, do you think racing in memory of his father will give Truex Jr. an extra boost of motivation to put the 56 in victory lane? And of course, with that number being so meaningful to the Truex family.
Yeah, it was sad to see that story come out at the weekend, of course, for the Truex family, for Ryan as well, of course, Martin's brother and the whole of the Truex clan. But they'll have, some gives them kind of something to race for, if that makes sense. And we were talking about off air before we came on. It was the same year, the Corvette finish as this one. It was 4 weeks apart at Daytona for the Rolex, and then we had the Hamlin and Truex one. So that was, Martin very, very close to winning that race, as you mentioned. The story is written here. Someone just needs to sign the copy, doesn't it, for Martin Truex in his final Daytona 500 appearance after he's retired from a full-time run, in the car that has his long-term sponsor on the side with his dad's number on the door, finally getting a 500 victory. Would that surpass the 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration call from Mike Joy? Whatever we get for Truex coming to the line in a few weeks to take victory in the 500, if it was to happen, it's going to be up there, isn't it, if that does come to pass? So The book is written. They just need to sign that off and get it publicated.